Tamar would have never been given a seat in this place. She wouldn't have been allowed in the room. This is a Sanhedrin, the high court of Jewish leadership. And in here, your status determines where you sit. But for all their internal squabbling, there was only one person who really made them squirm in their seats. A rabbi named Jesus. And his message reddened their whole system of power.
Listen, the Pharisees sit on Moses' seat. So do and observe whatever they tell you. But not the works they do. For they preach, but do not practice.
Wait, what?
They tie up heavy burdens, hard to bear, and lay them on people's shoulders. But they themselves are not willing to move them with their finger.
By the first century, the law surrounding the Torah had evolved into hundreds of do's and don'ts, dictating every part of Jewish life. Because one of the best ways to up your standing in the Sanhedrin was to come up with novel interpretations of the Torah and add even more laws to follow. I mean, I get it. I do. Many of these religious leaders had dedicated their entire lives to Torah, interpreting it, preserving it. But somewhere along the way, the Sanhedrin just seemed to lose the plot.
Which is the greatest commandment in the law?
That's easy. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the greatest and first commandment. And the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. On these two commandments depend all the law and the prophets.
You would never know it, the way they require so much of us.
They were so focused on law, it's like they were worshiping it instead of God. They believed if they could get every Jewish person to follow the Torah their way, that'll bring about the Messiah. So they made laws, on top of laws, on top of more laws. Sound exhausting? Imagine being just an average Jewish citizen. Seriously, there were rules about spitting and about when you could and couldn't swat a fly, all with the supposed justification from the Torah. It's not the Sabbath, is it? Imagine the scandal when Jesus seemed not to care about all these arbitrary rules. Like when he healed C's brother on Sabbath. Jesus came along and said, hey, y'all are missing the point. People saw that what really mattered to Jesus was living righteously. He was focused on the spirit of the law, not the exact letter of it. After all, what good are rules if they're not really helping anybody? And a lot of people seem to agree with them. Every time the Sanhedrin tried to put him in his place with a public debate, they left embarrassed. And he left with even more followers. Jesus' message of love over law was a problem for the Sanhedrin. To them, he was a maverick, a blasphemer, a guy who just didn't know how things worked around here. So they hatched a plan to do something about it.
Kim, one thing I will say for this Jesus, the Nazarene, he does not dissemble. His words are inflammatory, often challenging, even blasphemous, but he will not lie.
What is your point?
Shimon is right. We should just ask him questions.
To earnestly understand him? Or to
He's not the Messiah, Yusuf! He wants our people, the ones we're assigned to protect, to believe he is, and we must expose him.
Thanks for watching. Now, if you want to learn more about the history behind The Chosen, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss when new episodes drop.